Welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is Transfers Live. My name is Joe. This is Adam McCullough. How are you doing?
I'm all right, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well, actually. Thank you.
Have you got none of that? Is that screen not on today?
No, it's not on today, that one.
Oh,
You don't need it, though. You know what you look like.
Never plugged it in?
Yeah, it's plugged in.
Or is it?
Yeah.
It's just not turned on.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about Camavinga.
Yeah.
You've seen this Paul Pogba stuff heating back up again?
Sick of it, Joe.
What do you mean you're sick of it? You can't be sick of it.
Joe.
Why is it?
Tell him to shape up or shit out.
Really?
That's my opinion.
Well, how come, like, every time he scores a goal, you point to me and say, you lot wanted to get rid of him. He's the best player in the club. You lot wanted to get rid.
I don't want to get rid.
Right.
But sometimes you have to do these things.
Right.
And there's method to the madness. I'll tell you why in a bit. What else are we talking about today?
We're talking about Luke Shaw potentially getting a new contract. We're talking about new kits. We're talking about Chong. We've got all sorts.
We're talking about what?
Chong.
We're chonging it down.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Yes.
I think Adam's might be slightly low. If you can just fiddle about with that until you work out which one's which, and then turn him up a touch.
I'm quiet. Is that what you're saying?
You're a little bit quiet.
Is that serious?
Yeah.
I just maxed it out there.
I think that was me that maxed it out. Yeah, you turning me up there. Turn that one down and turn the other one up. Yes. Maybe that's still too high, that one. Anyway, right. Let's get started. We'll work on the sound as we go along. Right, Manchester United are...
Can I just say, yeah?
Yeah, go on then.
People at home. Joe is serious about his workout stuff right now, you know. He rejected a donut off me.
Yeah. I'm trying to get in shape. Can you believe it?
What shape?
The shape of a fat, ugly person.
Yes.
And I'm well on my way.
You've got ugly there.
Yes. All I've got to do now...
Halfway there.
Yeah, you're right. England Heroes is our first topic tonight. You were on the kickoff last night. You watched the game.
Yes.
What was it like?
It was good to see.
Glorious.
It was good to see.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not as big an England fan as Rory and everyone else, but it was good to see this team do well. And I think when I look at this team, I see a team that are
What do you see?
really likeable. Do you know what I mean? And I see a team that, like, look at this team.
Wait.
You got Jordan Henderson,
to open my
Jordan
eyes
Pickford
up?
from the northeast.
Yeah.
Young working class lads. Phil Foden from Stockport. Marcus Rashford from Wythenshawe. Raheem Sterling from Wembley Way via Jamaica.
Yeah.
Like Harry Kane and Declan Rice and Jack Grealish from up the road from me.
John Stones from Barnsley.
Like you look at these
Harry
lads,
Maguire from Sheffield.
and they are all young working class lads
Yes.
living the dream.
Yeah.
And not only that, if you look at Raheem Sterling and what he has done in terms of standing up, you know, against racism. If you look what Marcus Rashford's done in terms of using his platform for good and, you know, feeding those kids. If you look at Reece James and what he does in his community. If you look at Jordan Henderson, who has been a huge ally to his black teammates in this fight against racism and in terms of the Black Lives Matter cause and getting it on shirts and things like that. This is a team, and I'm sure I've missed out some people who go throughout the team. And you look at Southgate, who, footballing wise, you know, I've criticised him a lot. But if you look at him as a human being, he's a proper good bloke. And I think this team is that. It represents what I consider to be truly English, what I consider, you know, English growing up around people of different cultures, different colours, different, you know, backgrounds. And this team is representative of that. People that have been a result, or parents are immigrants, or parents are English. Like, it's a mixture of it all. And I think it's class, man, to see these boys living the dream and giving people something to be happy about, especially when, I know we're not the only ones, like it's going on around the whole world, but especially when you see what's going on and the hard time everyone's had. And even if you just think about, like, I'm not going to get political, but even if you just think about what's gone on over the last 5 to 10 years in this country, everyone has been split. You know, there's been, you know, identity politics, left, right and centre, this, that, Brexit, all these kind of things. And this is something that just brings everyone together. I was scrolling through Twitter watching videos of, you know, people within mosques huddled around the screen
such a good video,
and cheering the goal.
Yeah.
People, you know, white and black lads on the street celebrating together. And you just look at it and it's fucking class, man. And that's what the country needs at the moment.
And it's good as well just to see the prevailing news story on every channel, in every newspaper, is people, like you said, of all backgrounds, but just people having fun. and people enjoying themselves and people getting along, and we're not focusing on the negative and what this person thinks and who this person voted for. It's literally, like you said, the fact of it bringing everyone together is such a good thing, and the fact that the team that is bringing those people together are so likeable individually and collectively is remarkable, really, and something I've certainly never seen much in England before. Like, they seem to like each other. Everyone seems to like all of them. Like, there's not like a villain in the team. There's not one dickhead. They're not turning against the manager.
There's not one player, like, remember Beckham and Rooney, like, we need them.
Yeah.
There's not one player like that. Obviously, you'd get disappointed if Harry Maguire or Harry Kane or someone got injured, but you don't think of one player for this team. No. Like, you'd think if we came into this tournament with Harry Kane injured, there wouldn't be that praying over feet and like all that kind of shit. Like, fair play to him. He's done a very good job. And I think no matter what happens on Sunday, they have won. Yeah. Like, they have won the hearts of the nation. And it's cheesy, but
it is. It's easier said than done, that. And it's cheesy, but it doesn't happen very often. And like any of the other things, like the infighting within the old English teams, the people hating Capello, stories of him not letting people out of training, then everyone falling out. There's none of that. It's literally just a harmonious group of lads who, like we said, are likeable, and the manager who, regardless of what you think of his tactical ability, seems to get what it is to support England.
And when you see leadership in this country, shambolic, bro.
Yeah.
Whether you're left or right or whatever,
no one's happy at the minute, are they?
It's shambolic, and he's actually a leader that has come in and led properly. And like, I remember his letter to the nation and that, I read it and I kind of felt, this guy's all right, you know what I mean? Even if he doesn't start Jack Grealish, you know. And who the hell do you think you are, subbing him off again?
Air King with the super chat says, love from Ireland, Adam, brother, we need to get rid of Pogba. Well, we'll talk about Pogba in a minute. Let's talk first, as an extension from our England chat, about Luke Shaw.
By the way, it was a Stonewall penalty.
Interesting take. I think it was 2 soft wall penalties.
It was a Stonewall penalty.
But who?
You've never ran that fast, Joe. Me, I ran that fast. I was a speedy little winger.
I've run that fast.
In your dreams.
He wasn't even sprinting.
In your dreams, you've ran that fast.
Yeah.
I have ran that.
Like, so that don't count.
He was running and he got... First off, who's that? Why are you doing that diving in after he's won the ball first time? Silly. He dived in, silly tackle. And then he's kind of hit his hip. And then the other one from the other side's hit him. Stonewall penalty.
Right. Luke Shaw is set to get a new deal. According to Sky Sport Italia, the left-back could be offered a new deal in the next few months. He is key to the project to regain the Premier League title. He's been brilliant for England, brilliant for United in the last sort of 6 months, I would say, and improving steadily before that.
I was asking this question to the lads on kick-off yesterday. I ask you now.
Go on then.
And I'm making a point out of this. Which player in this tournament do you think has increased their value the most?
In terms of transfer value
or just anything?
I honestly think the two are Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire.
I don't think Harry Maguire's necessarily increased his transfer value like you said.
No, not at all.
But the last 6 months, no one's talking about he's not worth 80 million anymore. Like, he's actually, and all right, it might come back in 6 months. We know what football's like. Yeah. But he's actually silenced all of that talk, even from people like me that was like, he's good, but he's not 80 million good.
No.
Like, he's good, but is he a good enough leader? He's good, but he worries me a lot.
He's good, but he gets turned or he looks a bit dodgy on the ball sometimes.
All that's gone.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I think he's, like, social media is such a big thing when it comes to the narrative around football. And you're never going to change the minds of all of Britain by playing for Man United, because everyone who doesn't support Man United is going to look for the worst in you no matter what, and you're still going to have some people who are United fans who just never warmed to you, or think it was too much money, or think we should have got someone else. Something crashes outside a car or something. Don't know what that was. But what you can get the whole country on your side doing is playing well in a tournament like this.
So coming through the roof?
Yeah, probably. So his performances in the Euros have brought West Ham fans, Chelsea fans, City fans, Liverpool fans, the rest of the United fans who weren't so keen on him, all together in saying he's been our standout centre-back and probably the standout centre-back in the tournament this year. And like you said, silencing those critics talking about the price tag all the time, he's proven himself to be one of the best defenders in the Premier League, which I think a lot of United fans already thought. But now it seems as though people are sort of agreeing across the board he's genuinely brilliant. And Luke Shaw, do you think he deserves a new contract? That's the story we're seeing?
Yeah, he does. He hasn't just signed a new one, has he? That's the only reason why he wouldn't.
I don't think so.
He does deserve one. David says, Danes were robbed. Italian justice will be served. No pen. I think there's a Stonewall pen. If that pen wasn't given for United,
Yeah.
everyone would be howling.
Yeah, I think it's 2 half penalties put together and it's a penalty. He gets nudged from one side, he gets nudged from the other side. Between them, you fouled him. Or
And
is that a thing?
You could argue that is a thing. You could argue that they should have had one in the first half.
Yeah, the Kane one.
Yeah, and did Denmark do anything after going 1-0 up?
No. And they only went 1-0 up because Pickford's got little arms. David
It
with
was
two.
a cracking shot.
It was about that far in from the post, though.
Yeah, he should have saved it. But it was a
Prime De
cracking
Gea
shot.
would save that, no question. I think most goalies would save that. David, or David, I don't know, I said David just because I said De Gea, that's why. David says Dane's right. Oh, you've read that one. I don't think that justice will work like that, though, do you?
No, sometimes that's the bit of luck that you need to win a tournament.
Alex Core said England have had it easy so far. I don't think facing Germany and a very good Denmark team's easy.
And you know what? I said that up until a point, and now you can't say that because France, you would have said they had it easy.
Yeah.
They're not around no more.
Denmark had it easy.
Who was the other big team that got like that? I can't remember. But like, you know what I mean?
Netherlands,
Like,
Czech Republic.
Netherlands, like Portugal, who did they go out to?
Belgium.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
But you know, like there's some big teams. Netherlands went out against
Czech
Austria.
Republic.
Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, Italy got taken to extra time against Austria, and that was maybe their hardest, game yet.
like I'm the first to criticise Gareth Southgate. I have no, you see with United, I tend to be an eternal optimist.
Yeah.
With England, I'm just realist.
Pessimist.
Realist.
Sirav says, any CDM from the tournament we can target. Maguire has proven many critics, including fans. He has been great and next season could be a defining one. Shout out to the team of yours. Love from India. Thank you very much, Sirav. Any CDM from the tournament we can target? I don't know. I'm always very wary of targeting people based on an international tournament performance. We've seen it so many times.
Because Fred's looked good at times in this Coppa.
I mean, Rodriguez is a big one. What was it? Milan Baros that went to Liverpool.
Karol Poborski.
There's been plenty of them, and usually it's not the right way to do things. But I think we do need a CDM. Speaking of midfielders, though, let's move on to our next topic of the night. Paul Pogba to PSG is heating up big style. Let me just read this to you. Rumours suggest Pogba fancies PSG move. PSG are closely monitoring the situation of Paul Pogba. Pogba is interested in the project after being away from Paris and France for so long. I believe this was Florentine someone.
There's a few of them that have been. So you've had
Julian Laurent, sorry.
You've had Julian Laurent
Yeah.
and you've had what's the other one? He's good. Mohamed Rafsi.
Yeah.
You've had them both reporting on this.
Yes.
Now, what this stinks of to me is, look, first off, Paris may be interested.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like they may be interested. Although, given some of the business that it doesn't seem likely.
Wijnaldum, Donnarumma, who else have we got? Ramos
And they're out looking at,
Hakimi.
and they want to keep Neymar and Mbappe and all these things. So in terms of FFP and all that, it maybe doesn't seem realistic.
Yeah.
But you can understand why they'd be interested.
Mm-hmm.
Now, part of me feels that this has popped up because you've had Raiola negotiating with PSG for Donnarumma.
Yeah.
So there's contact there. Now, you've also had, it was, Patrici or Paratici that went to Spurs.
Tottenham, yeah.
He was at Juve, right?
Mm-hmm.
He did an interview the other day, and he said, Pogba to Juve, that's something that I don't see happening. Like, they've been unable to make it happen in the past, and I don't see it happening in the future. And he's someone that will know that thing. So if you take his word for that, Juventus can't do it. In the Raphael Varane negotiations, if you looked at the rumours when they came out, and you looked at the stories that everyone was posting, and you put 2 and 2 together, you might get 6, but you also get that Pogba was not part of those negotiations. No. Real Madrid weren't in a position to be able to make that happen.
They can't even get him, yeah.
Exactly. So that's Real Madrid and Juventus, the two teams that we've all thought could get Pogba, are now out of the reckoning. Mm-hmm. So could this just be something that's being stoked up while negotiations are ongoing between Man United and Pogba in order to keep that?
If you flip it the other way, if Man United were interested in Paul Pogba, he had a year left on his contract, and they were saying, United are interested. We as United fans would be going, he's just doing it to get more money. He's just doing it to get a new deal. And yet when it's us, because we think Pogba wants to leave, because we are pessimistic, or we look at the downside.
Reason to think that.
We have, for sure. But if this was any other way round,
Yep.
you'd be thinking he's just doing it to get more money.
Yeah.
And yet when it's us, you think he's leaving, he's gone.
Now,
I agree, he could well be doing what
I
he's
think
saying.
that could be like, because I try and think of you like.
Yeah.
I've always been consistent with Pogba. Like, I've always been fair to him. I've never been one of these that goes over the top.
No.
But I always try and suss out what's going on.
Yeah.
And I was right last time. Remember when we was in Singapore and I said he ain't going nowhere. And like I've kind of been right all along. And like I feel that could be the case this time. But we're also hearing talk that Manchester United, even if he doesn't sign, will keep him going into the season. That would be a huge mistake.
You're not into that one, are
I've
you?
spoke about this before, so I don't want to speak about it again and repeat what I said before when I was with Jay. But if that's the case, no. I think we have to say to him, here's an offer. This offer expires with 2 weeks to go. Maybe you don't say that to him. Okay, maybe you just have it mentally, yeah? I'm Solskjaer or Ed Woodward or Murtaugh or Judge, whoever's doing these negotiations, I'm them. So in the back of my mind, I have, right, the window closes on X date. 2 weeks before that date, he's not signed his contract. I'm selling him.
Yeah.
Like, in my head, that's what I'm thinking. But I would never reveal that to him, and I'd negotiate.
And never reveal that
And
to the
if
club
he-
you're selling him to,
Yeah,
obviously.
and if he doesn't agree a contract, sell him.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing you can do, and I really want him to stay, but the worst thing you can do is go into the season with him not signed. Because
It's just this fuse that's just
Me
getting
know what-
shorter and shorter and
me know
shorter as
as
the
well.
season goes on, isn't it?
if it was someone else, cool.
Yeah.
But
Like
Mino-
Herrera, when he was running out his contract, it
Yeah.
wasn't a problem.
Like-
But with Pogba and Raiola,
But even Herrera was talking shit at
Yeah, he
times.
was, he
like,
was.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
But that'd be on another level with
it'd
Pogba.
be on another level.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing, man. Not again.
It is embarrassing. We can't keep doing it.
And we can't let Raiola win. Because we know whatever transfer fee we get comes out of his signing on fee.
Yeah.
You know, his bonus. So we need to make sure he gets less. And if he doesn't sign by 2 weeks before, because we know PSG are going to be interested. Like,
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? So
On a free, especially.
Or like 50 mil. Or,
Yeah.
So if that's true, the interest's true, make him an ultimatum. If not, because there's also talk PSG might wait for him to be free. And
That's cheeky,
you can't
innit?
do anything then.
No.
Because Pogba might be thinking, I can get 500 grand a week.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Look at what some of the Barca players are on.
800 grand a week.
And then
from
Raiola will be
Griezmann.
thinking, I can get 50 million.
Yeah.
Both of those things are doable.
Yeah. Signing on fee is ridiculous. Do you want to know something else that's doable? You changing your grooming game, because this show is sponsored
I don't need
by
to.
Manscaped.
Because I already use Manscaped.
Well, tell them about it, Manscaped, then, if you know
Manscaped
it.
is great.
What is it?
The Lawnmower 3.0, mate. Do you know about that?
I know about it, but what is Manscaped, first of all? Because some people don't know what Manscaped even is.
So if you've seen when you're watching UFC, Manscaped's about. When you're watching Stretford Paddock, Manscaped's about. Manscaped is the elite, the premium, the supreme, the GOAT of manscaping. Your downstairs, your underarms if you fancy it. Some people do their chest.
Yeah.
I remember one weird boy in school did his arms.
Really?
That was really weird.
It's not weird if you want to do it. It's good.
It is a bit
Take
weird.
a tickle to the old
He had
forearm.
like 5 o'clock
You know
shadow
what?
on his arm.
That's weird, yeah. Do you know in the summer, though, when it's hot, a fresh, clean arm might be nice, you know?
Nah, I couldn't. I know I probably need to,
Yeah.
but you know, it looks like I got a full sleeve when I haven't.
Yeah.
But
The great thing about Manscaped is they've changed the grooming game. They
They
brought
have.
out the Perfect Package 3.0, which has got the Lawnmower 3.0, which is, that is your go-to, your sort of crutch when it comes to keeping the downstairs looking good. That's the thing you go, I need this in my travel bag, I need a second one at home, I need a third one that I keep under a floorboard at my girlfriend's house in case I go around there and I've forgotten to tidy up. Just lift up that floorboard, pop it out, get it
Emergency.
in. Back under. Sometimes you need an emergency one, you know what I mean? Get a couple of them in.
even if
They've
just the outside,
yeah, just to sort of... and
trim the
some-
hedges.
Yeah, what I like to do is I shave my pubes into a shadow that makes it look as though I'm a sort of a sundial. And it makes me look a lot bigger down there.
What
'Cause
time is it, Joe?
That's a long shadow. It must be a really big, either it's a really low sun or you've got one hell of a piece on you. That's more of the elite end of the trimming spectrum.
He's levelled up.
Yeah, I've levelled up. I'm going full sundial down there, and that is difficult to do. The weed whacker as well, which takes care of your nose and your ears. Do you know something? The other week, I've got a bit now, look. You see that? Ear hair.
I had a long one on that. I'm just on the edge of my...
Disgusting. And the Weed Whacker will get rid of that. It also comes with formulas, potions, the cleansers, the tonics for your
Ball
nuts.
deodorant.
Ball deodorant. One that you get on when you put on when you get out the shower, and one when you're nipping home, you're going from work, meet us out for a couple of drinks, you go for a wee, go, bit of a stink down there. I ain't got time for a quick shower. It's not heavy, but there's just a musk. I'm going to pop a little...
I think you should have a little wash sometimes, you know. You shouldn't just...
Never. Coat it with Manscaped and go straight back out. All you have to do is use the code PaddockLive at manscaped.com and you will get, excuse me, 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Now, again, use code PaddockLive for 20% off and free shipping.
People don't normally do these kind of things.
Go on then.
But we're going to take these comments on.
Right.
Head on behalf of Manscaped.
Yes.
Because Darren says... Have you seen the Manscaped reviews on Amazon? Now I'm guessing he's saying that because they're bad.
Right.
But let me tell you this. People only leave reviews when they want to complain.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not bullshitting, bro. I use this shit and it's actually good.
Yeah.
The light's good because you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, no one advising you to be doing your chaps downstairs in the dark. But even when you're in the light, you need another light.
Yeah,
you do need that light.
Because also,
to guide you in.
Yes, it can be dark, but you know, there's a lot of folds and a lot of sort of overhang. If you know.
When you're bent over doing your gooch, you create a big shadow.
Yeah, exactly, and you don't want that. And especially because I sometimes get confused with the sort of the forced shadow perspective, like I've already said that I've trimmed in. I can get confused sometimes, and I need that light. Is that a real shadow, or is just that the way I've shaved it in? Yeah, make sure you use code PaddockLive at manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping. Now's the time to try it. It is summer. The last thing you want is that winter bush. Do you know what I mean? You need
allegedly, as well, Gareth Southgate uses it.
Really?
You know.
That is alleged.
Look at him.
That's alleged.
You know, he's Do you
want to know the honest truth about Manscaped as well? Before Manscaped, before I got the Lawnmower 3.0 specifically...
You never had a missus?
No, I've gone through
two,
3, 4 different types of trimmers, not liked it. That one's cut me, thrown it away. The batteries weren't very good on this one. You had to buy AA's on this one. This, it recharges, it works, it doesn't nick you, and I've never looked back since. And that is the honest truth. Paddock Live at manscaped.com.
There's a point in your life where it changed, innit?
Yeah.
And that was where you got Manscaped.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And it's not, you know, technically it's not advised for it, but if you want to, you know, you want to shave some, like a cat. No, I'm joking, never do that. Right, let's move on. Again, PaddockLive at manscaped.com, 20% off and free shipping. Camavinga, this is what we're all here for, isn't it? Eduardo Camavinga. Now, he's a tricky customer, isn't he? Because a lot of people want him. He's only got 1 year left on his contract. There is a story coming out tonight that he will refuse a contract. He will not be signing a new one, which basically means in the next 12 months he is leaving Rennes. The question is he going to Manchester United? What are your thoughts?
It feels like the Varane one, where we're waiting for the player to make a final decision, or we'll wait because we know how Manchester United do business. Mm-hmm. They'll only make an official bid when they know the player will accept any contract the contract that's being offered. Yeah. They won't. Remember with Aaron Ramsey when we bid, they'd accepted deal, but it never happened.
Before he went to Arsenal. We announced that on our website.
Yes, and they have stopped doing those things. So they will discuss a bid with a club and find out, would you accept that?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Let us go and do these terms with the player. Mm-hmm. And I think that's where we are with Varane.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we are with Camavinga.
Romano again tonight speaking as well, saying that United are the front runners for Camavinga. That's why we're talking about him tonight, by the way.
Do you think he's a replacement or someone to go alongside Paul Pogba? Because I believe both of them can play together.
Yeah, I do as well. I think that we want Camavinga regardless of whether Pogba leaves or not. I think if he goes as well, then we may go for someone like Rice on top of that. I think Camavinga is we think Paul Pogba's staying, but we want another midfielder signing. And I think if, you know, let's say Paul Pogba does go, like you're saying, let's say we get 70 million euros for him, I think you then see the rumours for Rice or Ndidi or whoever really start to pick up steam. I think there's two separate things. I think these can play together.
I hope we get Camavinga. Yeah. I really do. Remember when we did that video, and I know I committed on Rice, but I was also saying Camavinga would be a good shout. Yeah. And, oh man, he's a huge talent, you know. Yeah. He's a huge talent. And I think he has the ability to play 6 and 8. Yeah. And, you know, at Rennes, he's one of their best players, so he's expected to go further forward and do things. But at United, I think we could say, sit there.
Yeah, and also, did you see that stat that he's recorded the 3rd most tackles in the top 5 leagues over the last 2 seasons?
And the most tackles of any under-21 player in the last season.
Yeah, it's Ndidi, Wan-Bissaka and Camavinga who have made the 3 most tackles in the top 5 European leagues in the last 2 seasons. But the thing is, and Steve was doing a video earlier, which I believe will be going out tomorrow around Camavinga, his story so far, where he would fit in at United, exactly what his play style is. He's in like the sort of 98th percentile of tacklers, but he's only in the 11th percentile for interceptions, which is something that maybe is based on the system he's in, maybe it's based on where he's told to play at Rennes, but that would something that would maybe need to improve if he was to replace Fred or McTominay, who are both pretty high in interceptions, because obviously tackling's one thing, but Michael Carrick was the king of, let's not let them get to the point where we need to tackle them, let's just cut this out earlier. So if you can improve on that, I definitely think he can play number 6.
I remember watching him in his debut against PSG.
Yeah.
And he was just fearless, flying into challenges, winning the ball, taking it forward. He's got it all, man. He's got it all. But the pace of the Premier League, adapting to that, you know. I would be worried if we had to wait for Camavinga to adjust, which is expected.
Yeah.
And then therefore we'd still just have Fred and McTominay. Like, I feel that Ollie likes them too much. As bad as that sounds,
do you
like,
think,
I feel like he likes them and he's loyal to them. And
he likes them and he's loyal to them?
Stop it, man.
Or do you think he looks at right wing, which we've sorted now, centre back, which we're trying to sort, and central midfield, he's next up on the list. Do you think that we're not just trying to sort these positions first? He doesn't love them, he's just not prioritising them because we don't have any right wingers at the club, and we've got 2 basically passable centre backs, and the rest are either injured or not good enough.
Yeah, but I do feel he rates them more than anyone else.
Maybe.
I feel like it's, like a Gareth Southgate with some of his players.
Yeah.
Where everyone's saying, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Mate, Ali could end up being right, but I don't see it with either of them."
No,
I on a long-term basis, as a squad player, it's cool.
Yeah. We'll keep up to date with Camavinga.
I've seen Copa America, Brazil, Argentina on the weekend.
Yeah, that's going to be good, isn't it? 1 o'clock.
I seen someone tweet Fred against Messi's ankles.
What a night. Who would you rather be there? Fred. At least I'm not getting battered. At least I'm not getting kicked in. We'll keep you up to date with any Camavinga updates. Romano again talking about him tonight, saying that Rennes, he won't be staying there basically. He is going to be leaving. He isn't going to sign a new deal, which means we either pay 30 million euros or thereabouts for him this summer, or he's leaving on a free next summer.
I think some people were unhappy with how wonky that was.
Well, it's more wonky now because we put that there, so it isn't wonky.
Oh.
But that's smart for you anyway.
Oh, I thought that would have made it wonky.
No. Do you think they were under there by accident? Is that honestly what you're suggesting?
Yeah.
Right. Good luck.
Like idiots.
Right, let's move on and talk about Raphael Varane. United's other main target now, Jadon Sancho, is wrapped up, and we were talking about this the other day. Real Madrid are yet to receive an official offer for Raphael Varane. Varane is still Man United's first choice for a new centre-back, but there is still no agreement for the World Cup winning centre-back. The main thing I have to say on this one for tonight's update is, a couple of days ago, Fabrizio Romano was talking about he thinks this one is going to be 2, 3, 4 weeks before we get a final answer. Now, obviously, things can be shortened, things can move more quickly. Once the Euros ends, things seem to accelerate, don't they? Especially with England still being in it. I think that's probably slowed down certain things surrounding transfers. France are out now, but I think this one's going to run a little bit longer, isn't it? This is going to be the deal that not necessarily takes up to transfer deadline day, hopefully, but we've got Sancho done nice and early. I think Varane's going to run on a little bit if we are going to sign him. What do you reckon?
I think... So I just downloaded.
Go on then.
I downloaded at spirit level.
Right.
Let's start.
Yep.
Let's start.
Start there, go on.
Yes, lads!
Oh, he's pretty central.
Unless
Maybe the wall's wonky.
Unless this is broken.
Yeah. Interesting. Varane. 2 or 3 weeks?
Huh? Varane?
Yeah. How long is it going to take?
I don't like this stuff about him giving it a few weeks.
Why?
If you want to leave Real Madrid, you should know now.
Do you think that's him going, hey, Real Madrid, I'm leaving. Hey, you better come stop me.
But some people were saying he only wanted to stay for Zidane. And now Zidane's gone. Could Ancelotti persuade him to stay? Probably so.
Yeah.
I think it's financially. And I think Alaba's gone there. Alaba's on bigger money. And he's not happy with that. And they've apparently offered him a wage cut. If you're Raphael Varane, you're thinking, David Alaba, bro.
Yeah, and I'm 28.
Austrian
I'm not,
John O'Shea.
Yeah, I'm not 35. I'm 28. Oh,
He is,
John O'Shea.
yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, I'm so good. He can play so many positions. Yeah,
Yeah.
so could John O'Shea.
Yeah, also, name the best players in the world that didn't have a single position, not including Rooney. But most of them, if you're that good, you have a position that you're
I
nailed
could
down
play
in.
fullback and up front, and oh yeah, cool story, bro.
Yeah.
So can I?
Yeah, John O'Shea. Perfect.
But did you make Figo?
No.
Did you chip the keeper, Almuño, whoever it
Yeah.
was?
Did you nearly chip Buffon?
Yeah.
Nearly in the
Nearly.
crossbar. So you're concerned about him sort of playing footsie a little bit, trying to get a new deal.
Yes. Just commit to us, man. Just come on.
You just want him to go, yeah, I love you, come on then.
Yeah,
you don't
man.
want a second date, a third date. You want to just get it over and done with straight away, don't you? Because
Yeah.
you're a pervert. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I just want a summer like Nani Anderson, Hargreaves, and Tevez. But it was just
Sensational, that, wasn't it?
done.
And then, surprise, surprise, we won the Champions League the next year.
I know.
No wonder, really, was it?
Yeah.
Amazing.
But do you know, we feel like this, and let's be real, we expected to still be talking about Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
How good is it? We don't have to
I
talk
know.
about him.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Like, we can just talk about how great he is.
I know. And how,
He needs to start on the weekend.
well, we'll
He
talk
will
about that, I'm sure.
terrorise Emerson.
Yeah. Should we move on? Let's talk about Manchester
sure.
United's new kit for next season. We'd already seen like mock-ups. I'd seen a couple of pictures in shops around
like
the
it.
world. And you've seen it, the image, you see Bruno wearing it there. Is it Rashford there, sorry? Rashford wearing it. We had a Bruno one as well, but maybe we just got the Rashford one. There's a few different pictures if you want to Google them online. To me, and you can see it there if you hadn't seen it
Yeah,
before.
I've seen it, bro.
The long sleeve version, does it not remind you, obviously...
I know what you're going to say.
Okay,
I know the anniversary.
The Munich 50th anniversary kit we played against City in.
love
It's
that you
like
said that.
exactly the same,
like
but
it.
with just sponsors on it.
Yeah.
Like it's literally
I like the cuffs.
plain
around
white,
the sleeve.
thick white cuffs like
I
the
like
60s. It's got a white round neck.
Because
And
if you seen how Pogba's doing it, he's holding it like that.
like Dennis Law, holding his
he's
hand up
holding it
like that.
that.
Obviously, they've told him to do that because I doubt he knows much
Nah, I
about
reckon
Dennis
he
Law.
knows.
Do you?
Or he's just
Maybe you might have seen the statue.
swaggy.
You might have seen the Trinity statue.
Yeah, but he also likes wearing like sleeves and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
it's strange that they're pushing the long sleeve version quite a lot in the promos because no one wears long sleeves anymore. They wear short sleeves with a long thing underneath. But I really like this kit, and I like the last kit. But I think this one's really good, really classy, a lot more sort of toned back on some of the ones we've seen recently.
But don't buy it.
Why not?
Fuck them Glazers.
Get a fake one. Yeah, give us your ratings in the comments. A few of you have got 7 to 7.5 out of 10, 4 out of 10. All of our kits look shit this season. Well, actually, it says,
I like the blue one.
It says chic. Is he saying sick or is he
Chic.
saying shit?
Like chic.
Chic, maybe, yeah, but that would be CH. I don't know. I do like the collar, old school. Yeah, I agree. Someone put 69 out of 100. Reminds me of Admiral kits. A lot of people are saying very meh. I can see that. They haven't taken many risks with it, have they? They've gone
Reminds
red,
me also
white.
of, you know, the Chevrolet Adidas one,
Yeah.
the Vanon.
I think of Depay as
Yeah,
wearing that one.
it reminds me of that as well.
Yeah, I can see that. I personally think, people think it reminds me of a Benfica kit. That's a good
Bayern
shout,
Munich.
actually. It does look very Benfica, I think, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. I personally quite like this one, and it's one of those ones that could easily become iconic in a few years if we win something in it because it is so, it's quite
And
classy,
we are
isn't
winning
it?
something in it.
What is it? The hearts of the nation.
21 is coming.
Oh, imagine. Sancho, Varane, Camavinga.
I've never said that before, so like, you
No.
know, it is coming.
What do you do? How do you get around that then? If you think the kit's really nice, but you don't want the Glazers to have your money, would you get a free one? Would you get a fake one? What are you doing?
Like, so basically, after like 06, 07, like obviously 05 happened. 06-ish, I understood, fuck these Glazers, innit? Like, I understood it.
He's
Like,
got that tattooed on his back, by the way.
I understood, like,
Fuck these Glazers,
it's
innit?
just above, like a tramp stamp.
Yeah. And then you've got a picture of each Glazer on your bum cheek.
Yeah.
And then in the middle is a little arrow.
And then, and what were we talking about?
How do you get around buying a kit if you like it?
So, but I have got some kits after 05.
Yeah.
Between like, because people have bought me them as gifts.
Right.
Or since we've become YouTubers, I've got them for free
some
from
free ones,
like,
do
you know, certain people. So I do own a few, but I rarely wear them. One, like I had the 08 one, that was
Yeah,
sick.
that's
Someone bought me like,
They're worth so much now, you know.
birthday. I had the 08, I still got it,
Yeah.
but it's got McElroy on the back of my surname, so I was like, no, I'm gonna buy it. I found my,
You don't sell it.
I found my 04 Ronaldo one. I've got that white You remember the one with the black collar and it had like the red triangle in the middle? It reminds me of Rio, because Rio just joined.
Yeah.
I got that with Beckham on the back.
Yeah.
Like, I found my England shirt the other day with, you know, the red stripe down here?
Through the middle of the
with
back.
7, Beckham on the back.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, man. At the start, because basically, we used to know someone that used to come around every summer with like black bags full of football kits.
Are these dodgos or are these
dodgy,
back of a lorry?
legit kits back of the lorry?
Back of the lorry tackle.
Like,
we used to get that
some
in
of
the
them used to
pub.
have the tag on still.
Really?
And you have to like get a hot knife and cut it off.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Oh, the big plastic heavy tag. Oh yeah, like
So
that.
like, I used to get them kits, but my dad would be like, I ain't getting you the writing on it, £10, like, you mad? And I'd want like Beckham all the
Some of
time.
them used to be like £1 a letter.
Yeah, like, so if you wanted Nistelrooy, you were ruined.
Yeah.
And so I never used to get it. And plus, it felt a bit hot, like, if we take this back, are they going to realise it's one of theirs?
Yeah, they're going to know. You scan it, they're like, we can tell based on the database of like an awful Excel spreadsheet, this has been nicked, get him! And then the shutters come down, you're like you're in a diamond shop.
Yeah, so we couldn't afford writing until like, and then I'd go, like, on my birthday, come on, like,
Come on.
sort it out, man, fuck it out.
Yeah. Come on, I've worked
I'd always get
hard.
a football shirt and a football for my birthday.
You're like, you know what, because it's your birthday, we're going to treat you, we've got the numbers of that. It just
And
says,
a McDonald's.
It just says, add. It's like, we don't want to spend any more than that, but we notice you, just AD on the back.
But sometimes they used to say, any player, £10.
Yeah,
that
I
was
remember
good.
that.
That was good.
Pop me a Vanagor of Hesselink on the back, please.
Oh, yeah.
Don't even play for Man United, but I want my money's worth. Right, let's move on. Taith Chong is being linked with a move to your neck of the woods.
Who?
Taith Chong.
He's come to Birmingham, is he?
Being offered, or supposedly, we're close to agreeing a deal with Birmingham City for his services next season.
Yo, come link me, man. We'll go Sakibs together and that.
What's that?
Chippy.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, we'll go to Chippy. We'll get breast chicken and chips. We can get salad chili mayo. We can get... What do you have from Chippy?
Well, you're talking like there's got chicken in there.
Yeah.
It's not like not a fish and chip shop.
I don't get fish and chips, though.
So you're talking more like...
I get
do they do like
kebab,
kebab and that? Okay, yeah.
chicken,
Kebab. I'm talking mixed
curry
shish.
sauce.
Mixed shish or with... I need loads of onion on this. Like a lot of raw onion to the point where no one wants to be around me.
Yeah.
Garlic mayo, chili sauce, and then extra little yellow chilies where you
They
pop
don't
them
do
and loads
garlic
of
mayo, I
juice
do
pops
chili
out.
and mayo. Boom.
Yeah, fine. Sensational.
And then you get la la donan from the back.
Mm.
Every chip shop's got a la la in the back making naan bread. You know that, innit?
I didn't know that, no.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, is that like an old bloke?
La la.
Yeah.
Someone's uncle.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Hasn't got a passport, nothing. But he's making the naan in the back. He's also
Just his face drawn on one of the
He's
knives.
also putting mayonnaise in little tubs. He's like doing all that shit. Like he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
He's my favourite bit.
Me and Tahith Chung will go Sakib.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So, Chong then, he seems like he's got to sort of start putting things together pretty soon, doesn't he? If he
He
wants
had a
to
good
stick
long
around.
deal, didn't he, to Werder Bremen?
I think it
was
started well. Toward the end of the season, he wasn't playing that much, and I don't think he was particularly impressive as it went on. It was one of those sort of started well, ended not so well. But yeah, hopefully he can push on and make something there. Go on.
Someone commented, Sunday's the final, lads. England versus Italy. Dinner will be shepherd's pasta.
That's just like bolognese with loads of mashed potato on top, innit? Go on, bit of everything.
That's good, that.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. What else?
Did you see someone tweet?
Shepherd's pasta.
No, someone tweeted, everyone, we got to
That was
boycott
not
Dolmio until Sunday.
like they're Italian. The most American thing in the world.
I think it's Dutch or something
Is
like
it?
that.
Probably.
Italians were quoting it like, we don't like Dolmio.
We have
bro."
not claimed Dolmio in any way. Yeah, I ain't touching a Lloyd Grossman until
And we
the
like
game's
need to
been
put
played.
pineapple on pizza to piss them all
Yeah, I
off.
saw
and
that.
Things like that. I like that.
It's worth it, innit?
But
Unfortunately.
in Italy, they put chips on pizza. It's weird, bro.
Yeah.
Like, so, I know you created it and that, but...
Well, they're allowed to have a little flair with it, aren't they? Right, thank you very much for joining us. We will be back tomorrow.
Was it you who had ketchup at Nando's?
Only on the chips, not on the chicken.
That's mad,
The chicken remains untouched, unblemished.
That's weird.
Just the peri. On a chip, I can pop a ketchup without getting derised on my own
You
show.
can't.
Thank you once again to Manscape for sponsoring this show. Again, make sure you head to manscape.com. Link in the description.
Someone said toad in the pizza.
That's disgusting. Use code Paddock
Oh,
Live.
pizza in a Yorkshire.
I'm trying to do a sponsorship here.
That's us.
Make sure you use the code Paddock Live at checkout for 20% off and free shipping. That would work actually, wouldn't it? A sort of a boat-shaped
Oh,
pizza
you're
with
in
the
there,
sausage
ain't
in, flooded with gravy. Hideous, but perfect. Again, yeah, Paddock Live for 20% off and free shipping. Your balls will thank you. Thank you to
So
you,
your
Adam.
missus or your
Fella.
yeah, partner,
Yeah.
whoever, yourself when you're having a tummy
You
time.
know what? Even if they're in their partner, it just improves the whole downstairs
You
experience.
know what? When I do it,
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a weight lifted off my shoulders.
Yeah.
Like you feel just fresh.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
It's lovely, isn't it? And also, you use less body wash because you've got less thicket.
I don't use less body wash. I still use the same amount.
I use a little bit less.
I'm worried about you. I think when you... No, let's not talk about it.
Don't worry about it. Thank you very much for joining us once again. We'll see you in a bit.